And we are live. So you can catch us on Facebook, Twitch, and YouTube. And we'll be right back with you, Howlers. We'll be right back.
House of a Baz. I'm Ronnie Adams.
And I'm Jacob Costas, and this episode is called Podcast Guru. And we have a special guest today. So we're doing things a little different today. So usually we have entrepreneurs on, our DNR, but we're going to talk podcast today. So we have a special guest. We're going to let him introduce himself.
Which is an entrepreneur too.
Yeah,
Oh,
facts.
yeah. But it's different, though. Like, we're doing something a little different.
Yeah.
We never talked straight out podcast.
Right.
This will be the first time.
Okay, yeah, that's cool.
Yeah. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
What's going on, y'all? Listen, I'm super excited to be here. Literally just got off the road, off the road straight to the studio. My name is Brendan Boyd. I'm a digital media entrepreneur, podcaster, and what I do is I help podcasters monetize their show, launch, scale, monetize their show. And also, if you're an entrepreneur or business person, I help you grow your business by getting access to get on podcasts.
So how long you been doing this for?
I've been in the space for like 5 years, but I would say focus about like 3. Yeah.
Okay. So I'll let you guys know a little bit about how I got introduced to him. So I have a friend named Lewis, and he went to some type of an event, and he met him at the event. He hooked me up with him. And then that's how we started communicating. And he actually hooked us up with Mike Barron, one of the guests we had on the show before. But I actually learned a lot from him, talking to him about podcasts. I had no idea about podcasts. Me and Ronnie talked, and we were just basically talking about just doing podcasts with entrepreneurs that we knew locally. And things kind of spiraled out of control. Now we're here where we're at now. We didn't expect this at all, right?
Right.
We didn't expect this at all.
Man, y'all got to pull up to the workshop tomorrow. It's going to go crazy. Well, actually, tomorrow's Wednesday? Thursday.
Yeah, and I went on his workshop.
Yeah, you got to come. I updated it.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
So I went on his workshop. That was crazy. I learned so much. This is like so podcast to me, just so before he starts, because he's going to blow us away right now. I already know it. But podcast to me, there's no blueprint for it. I feel like there's no real blueprint. It's still being created of how to do this. So I want to let you go in on how things are done in this world, in this industry, and how you're mapping this out.
And I guess he's the one that's trying to build the blueprint that people are looking for.
Yeah.
Well, I think it's just like music, right? In music, at least back in the day, before this whole independent thing, right? You would just go get a deal. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're an artist, I'm going to go to a major, I'm going to get a deal. So in podcasts, that's what's going on. Like Wallow and Gilly, you know what I'm saying? They got a deal. Cam and Mace, they got a deal. You talking about, what's homeboy? One of the biggest joints. Joe Rogan, deal. So there's companies out here that are going to throw the bag at you. But that's not every podcaster scenario, especially podcasters that are just starting out. So, it's a little far-fetched to be like, yo, I'm going to go get a 7-figure, 8-figure deal with my podcast. But there's a lot of ways for you to get money right now from episode 1.
Okay. Oh, really? So you're saying like a lot of the podcasts that are already out, they're actually signed to somebody usually?
Yeah.
Oh,
So because it's perception. This is why a lot of podcasters, in my opinion, are not making money. Because if you correlate it to music, a lot of artists think I got to get a major deal so I can make money. Podcasting is the same thing. I got to get YouTube money. I got to make money on, Google AdSense. I need to sell merch. I need a large following. Oh, I need to get a deal. I'm seeing Mace and Cam get a deal. Rogan got a deal. I got to get a deal.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? So you can make money like that, but it's going to be a little longer path for you to get to that stature.
Right, because they also
their names
are big. And
Yeah,
they were big before they started their podcast.
It's easier. Yeah. They got traction. They got followers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Let me move this real quick. Make sure.
So how would you get a deal to start from? You said from episode 1.
You don't need a deal. That's what I'm trying to say.
Okay, how would
people
you
are
make money?
thinking that they need deals, which is why they're positioning their shows to not make money, and why like 90% of podcasters are out of podcasting before they get to episode 25 because they give up.
So how would they go start off making money off episode 1?
Well, first thing you got to realize what your value is. When you have a podcast, it's a platform. So since you have a platform, other people want to come on that platform. So the first thing that I would do with my platform, especially if you're someone that's podcasting consistently, is look at like affiliate marketing, for example. With an affiliate marketing product, you don't got to make nothing. You don't got to sell nothing. You don't got to distribute nothing. You don't got to fulfill anything. All you got to do is share it. So if you're doing a podcast every single day, and you register to be an affiliate of a product, you're going to use your platform to share that product. Now, if you're savvy, you're going to continuously share that product episode in, episode out, because podcasting is evergreen. So somebody might catch episode 7, you might be on episode 19. They're going to run into that product. Oh, listen, I did need some soap.
Advertising.
They're going to make the purchase.
Yeah, it's advertising. So
Well, it's different. It's affiliate marketing. Advertising is different because they'll pay you to advertise. It's two different
so
things.
how does affiliate marketing? How is that different?
Okay, I'll give you some game. So check this out. I'm an entrepreneur, right? I made an information product. It's called the Podcast Guest Mastery Pack. In this mastery pack, I'm teaching starter entrepreneurs who don't know their voice yet. They're gonna get more familiar with the messaging. They want to get on shows. They got a little bit of anxiety. This will break down exactly how to get more comfortable, get on podcasts, get on stages. That product is $9.97. I have an affiliate with this product. This affiliate pays out 50%, so that's like almost $500. All podcasters have to do is register for this product as an affiliate, right? I already created the video commercial for you. I created the audio commercial for you. But if you're someone that likes your own voice, I also included a live read script.
Okay.
So all you need to do is in post, insert the audio commercial, insert the video commercial, or leave or read the live read. You're good to go. You register as an affiliate. You're going to use your code or whatever, your link, whatever it's going to be. And if someone's listening to that, like, yeah, actually, I want to book myself to go on podcast. If they make that purchase, then you get paid. So every product has, for the most part, every company has some type of affiliate now. Affiliate marketing is almost like $1 trillion industry. You don't have to own nothing. You don't have to fulfill nothing. Product is already done. You just have to sign up to sites or get with entrepreneurs or business owners that have affiliates and then just register. Grab a product that makes sense, that might correlate or be something that you feel like is in an alignment with your audience, and then just start talking about it. That's probably the first and easiest way, because the product's already done. It's like, the terms and agreement. They're gonna pay you out.
Now, do you have your own podcast?
Yeah, I got 2.
2 podcasts, and you're implementing this strategy into your podcast?
Yeah, one of them for sure.
One of them.
Mm-hmm. It's easy money. The money's already there. Like, if you take my product, I just told you I'm going to pay you out $500 a month. Most podcasters are making $500 a month. Yeah. If you drop 4 episodes, you put this commercial in your 4 episodes, the video, and you also put it in the 4 episodes on the audio. That gives you 8 opportunities to sell this product without having to sell it. Right? My team's going to fulfill it. My team's actually going to process everything. So all you're doing is just editing your show per normal, and then just adding a product, a commercial inside of that podcast.
So how would they go about adding a commercial? How would they go about something?
Just doing the editing part.
Editing it inside of
Yeah.
it.
Now most affiliates are not going to give you a commercial. I'm just trying to make it a no-brainer.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
But most affiliates, you just register, and then you just kind of like freestyle
and put it together.
Yeah, you put it together yourself. I'm just looking to make it I'm looking to make it easy for people. But even like I think I seen the other day like Louis, no, it wasn't Louis Vuitton. It was some high end company. They got affiliates. Adidas got it. Puma got it. You know what I'm saying? You just register, and if I want to go get these Dunks or whatever, let's say Nike. If I want to get these Stan Smiths, I'm gonna buy them anyway. So I can buy them through your link, or I can buy them straight from Adidas. If I buy them in your link, I'm gonna get you get 20%. Okay. If I buy them straight from the Adidas, no one's getting no money. It's like Amazon. So Amazon, I can go to Amazon through your link. So let's say there was a book, right? That you shared with me.
There's a book would just put that on. Yeah.
There's a book that you shared with me. You like, Brendan, get this book. I go to Amazon through your link.
How do you do that though? It's just through editing, like you said.
What with Amazon?
Yeah, like let's say we're a podcast. Let's
Yeah.
just say that we're going to go through our link. How would they go about that? Like
Go
they just
about
click
what?
in
Go
there
to your link?
Yeah, they would just go to our podcast, click in a link in our
Yeah,
podcast.
so your link in your podcast will be in the description
Okay.
if you're doing a link like that.
Okay.
Yeah. So on Amazon, you sign up to the Amazon Associates. As an Amazon Associates, you can now become, an affiliate for Amazon, right? So let's say you were sharing just a book with me, but through that link, I go to Amazon. What if I don't even want the book? I got to Amazon through your link. Now, even if I don't buy the book, but I buy something else on Amazon, you're still going to get a percentage because I got to Amazon through your link.
How do you become an affiliate through that though? You have to just
You have
go
to sign up
into
for
the-
Amazon Associates. You just Google Amazon Associates.
and that's pretty much for all different kind of links like that.
Everything on Amazon, as long as you're an associate, you can literally represent any product on that platform.
Wow, that's crazy. I had no idea about.
So
that.
you can have a Howes Over Bass preferred book list,
Wow.
or Howes Over Bass, preferred. Like, okay, every piece of equipment you have on here, you can find that same equipment on Amazon and say, hey, listen, guys, if you want to use the official equipment that we use to launch your podcast, click in the link below in our description. Go to our our Amazon store and grab our microphones, our this, our that, and
Never
then
even
that stuff
heard of
will
this.
pay for itself.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
I
that's
never
affiliate
heard of
marketing.
this. Yeah, I never even heard. Have you heard of that?
Not really. Not on that type of scale of how he explaining it to us.
Yeah.
That's the easiest way, bro.
I mean, of course, people have, like you said, Amazon. They're affiliated with Amazon
Yeah.
selling their product, but to
Click on. That's cool.
to do that for
Yeah.
podcasts is something different.
Yeah.
To have the commercial.
How'd you learn
and-
this? Like how long you've known this?
I mean, I've been in digital marketing for probably since I moved to LA, so probably almost 5 years.
Okay, where are you from?
Boston.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So basically, what I did was, I introduced myself as a digital media entrepreneur. So basically, what I did was I combined my knowledge of digital products and digital marketing with digital media, which is what podcasting is. Podcasting is media. You know what I'm saying? So that's another thing. Another cheat code. This is not necessarily monetization. You can get paid this way, but if there's a show coming to your city, right? Let's say comedy show, R&B show, concert, whatever. You know what I'm saying? Even if it's a convention, you can get free passes because you're media. So all you gotta do is submit. Just submit to the event. You're media. I went to InvestFest in Atlanta. I got free credentials because I'm media. You got you got a show.
No way. I didn't even know about this.
Any way you want, bro. You get access to the green room. You get access to the speakers. Get access to the movers and the shakers. You're media.
Wow.
You turn those cameras and these lights on. You're media.
I guarantee people don't know this because I didn't.
They don't know this.
Nah,
I'm blown away.
I mean, because
right now, I'll be
everybody
honest.
expects some type of pass to get
Yeah.
in. Even if I'm media, I expect some type of pass. So
You'll get one. You just
Yeah,
gotta
no,
submit.
they said just submit it.
Yeah, you just
And
gotta
then
say,
get in.
like most of these events got a website
Right.
or they got some type of media contact.
So you just wait for them to contact you back.
No,
and
you
say,
can't. Yeah. So you reach out to them
Uh-huh.
and just say, hey, we're House Over Bass podcast. We're out of Fontana. We would love to come cover the event. That's it.
So I'm gonna rewind just a little bit. So you went to InvestFest with Earn
Yeah.
Your Leisure thing.
Yeah.
How was that? Because I'm like a big fan of Earn Your Leisure. I
Yeah,
think
no, it was
they're-
fire, man. There's a lot going on. It was definitely over 20,000 people.
Yeah.
There was a lot going on for sure. It was dope though. You got people that got the marketplace. Obviously, you got tons of speakers. The networking was crazy. Like I said, if you was a podcast, you can get free on media. You can
Damn.
interview whoever you want.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. He says you can interview whoever you want as media.
Your media.
And that's Earn Your Leisure, dude.
Yeah, your
Like,
media.
I'm so into them. That's crazy, man. Like you're like literally, I didn't know any of this stuff.
Yeah. Your media, bro. Another thing with podcasting too is you can be what's the word I'm looking for? Literally any event. So we're in LA. So there's a lot of corporate events. You can submit to those.
Okay. So any type of event you can just submit as media. Like any,
Yeah.
you're talking about like any type of an event.
Yeah, you're media, bro. Now I'm not gonna say you're gonna be 10 for 10, but you're gonna be damn near close. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna be damn near close.
Yeah.
So like what kind of Just for instance, so the people even know too. So I know, number one. So like, what kind of events have you gotten into explaining that?
I've gotten to all events that I submitted to. So I've been to I'll go to conferences, I'll go to conventions. Obviously, I went to InvestFest. Where'd I go recently? I went to a concert back at home, cause I don't always use it. I just go to places I want to go for the most part. But yeah, like I would do comedy shows, and also that enriches your relationships and also gives you some additional access that a lot of other podcasters wouldn't get.
So let's just say we have a lot of comedy shows out here.
Yeah.
So let's just say we go to a comedy show. So I'd be able to try to. I mean, it'd be pretty easy for me to try to interview the comedians.
Yeah.
To go backstage, interview them, do our thing.
Yeah.
Wow, that's crazy.
You just got to go through the proper channel. So you hit up, the whoever's running the event.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? House Over Bass, we got podcasts in the area. We want to cover it. You know what I'm saying? Do some live access. We'd love to, get an interview with, the comedians, the event coordinator, stuff like that.
Well, that's cool. So okay, let's just go from here. So I just say somebody want to start a podcast. What would you recommend them to do from like, I'm not gonna, maybe not A to Z, but like to get going, to get rolling, to like
still on the money side, or just starting the show
where they can start making money. Yeah.
So like I said, the first thing I do, I would line up some affiliate partners, 100%. Okay. You can go to JV Zoo, you can go to ClickBank. If you're on Instagram, you can see what entrepreneurs or business people got products and services, because most likely they may have an affiliate. So I would do that. I would look at what products or services you're using at home. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like Hulu may have an affiliate. I don't know. They might. You know what I'm saying? AT&T. Like what products or services are you using right now that you feel like you want to not spend money on or save money on? And then go to their websites, see if they got a referral opportunity or affiliate opportunity, and then get paid for using the stuff that you was going to pay for anyway, right? Yeah. The second thing I would do is I would start a community. It's probably the number one way.
So what do you mean by community?
So this is the thing. When's the last time you've been on a flight?
Yesterday.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Did you do first class or economy?
Economy.
All right, cool. What was economy packed?
It was. Yeah, it was.
And was the people in first class
packed?
No, I mean, there's people in first class, right?
Yeah, it was people in first class.
So look at it like this. When it comes to your podcast, right? The economy, you said it was packed. Mm-hmm. That's anyone that could just go on Spotify or Apple, listen to it, or go to YouTube and watch it. I can do it at any time. First class is exclusive, right? So what did you know about first class, right? There's probably no babies in the front. It's 2 seats, not 3. You probably get a menu. You might get some alcohol. The flight attendant's a little bit nicer. The restroom's a little bit closer. You might meet the captain. The seats are just more cozy. Yeah. You might get a pillow. You might get a pillow and a blanket. Mm-hmm. It's a different experience. But there were people there, right?
Right.
So they're willing to pay more for the access.
Yeah.
So with the podcast, right? The first class is the community. There's a percentage of your audience that wants more access, but you're not allowing them to get more access because you don't have the offer. Okay. What is more access? It could be virtual green room, like we're going live right now. So what if access was, they were able to be in the virtual green room 20 minutes before the show starts. They can ask you y'all questions.
Like kind of Patreon type stuff. Like I see a lot of people do that.
It's not even necessarily the software which you're using. It's the access, because you could have took any flight to get to where you want. So what do you want the House Over Bass audience to experience?
The background, because it's crazier than the podcast usually.
Yeah. So stuff like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right. So maybe after shows. Maybe you're gonna ask me something that y'all don't put on the podcast. You save a little 2-3 minute interview, put it in your community.
So before or after, so you can make money on those type of deals.
100%, bro.
So like, how would that go? How would you go about that?
So it's a membership or subscription model.
Okay.
Right. So you just build, like, when thinking about value, right? Because when value exceeds price, people are gonna pay every time. So okay. So the whole essence of this podcast and House Over Bass, how's that gonna change someone's life or provide more value? and then you build that community around those attributes, right? So what is that? That could be a Zoom call once a week, right, where you're helping people with their businesses or maybe teaching them how you got this business. It could be live Q&As. It could be a quarterly meetup for people that are in this area. Maybe you take the podcast on the road, you know what I'm saying, and you do meetups with your audience there. Maybe you have exclusive conversation with guests that, you know, have that you don't answer questions to that are actually on the show. Maybe you do like a mini virtual podcast, right? And that mini virtual podcast is only available to the people in the community. You know what I'm saying? Maybe there's some accountability. There's just a lot that you can do. You know what I'm saying? There's no right or wrong way with it. You know what I'm saying? And look at it like this. If you charge $99 a month, you got 10 people in your community. Now your podcast is making $1,000 a month. It's making $12,000 a year for just 10 people. $1,000 a month, I mean, for some people, that might subsidize their rent, mortgage. It might take care of, you know, might put some food on the table. It might take care of.
A bill for sure.
A bill
$1
for
is
sure.
a dollar. That's what we
Yes.
look at. We don't care if we have businesses or
But
not.
that's what I'm saying.
We know that. $1 is a dollar.
Yeah,
you know
so
what I mean?
at 99, 79, 89, 69, it's whatever you want to do. But you just do that, and you just like, hey, listen, our goal this week is to add 2 or 3 people to our community. So if you're adding 2 or 3 people to your community, that's 2 people, right, a month. That's 8 to 10 people, depending on, you know, how many people you're adding. Again, that could be $1,000. That could be $1,200, $1,300. If it's at $49, it's $500 a month, $700 a month, right? So that way is really good because it's recurring revenue.
And you're marketing yourself too. You know, you're marketing your business.
That's like a whole other different businesses, like in between.
Yes,
That's
in
crazy.
between.
Yeah.
Also, when he said access, that caught my ear because, you know, people have to have access to how to get in contact with the podcast.
Yeah.
And a lot of people don't have that. They have their YouTubes up, they have their Facebooks up, and they're just streaming.
And how would you suggest to do that for them to get in contact with us like that? I mean, because right now we're smaller, so we can go through almost anything to contact us, right? When they get bigger, is there certain like?
It has nothing to do with being bigger. Like, the access is different. If I'm contacting you by text or email, whatever credentials is out there, that's different than me getting to your community. So, for instance, all right, let's say tomorrow I call the office. I might be able to get you. I just called the office, right? So there's a percentage that I might get you. You might pick up the phone. It could be a secretary. I might set an appointment. I can get you. But if you were taking, you know, like the office out, you know, for a meet and greet or for lunch, for me to get that type of access, it's a different type of time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I would have to be an employee. I would have to be, you know, a friend. I would have to have a relationship to, like, come along.
Yeah.
So you build a community out, a membership out, like over the House Over Bass community. You build that out. You invite people to take advantage of that. All you need to do is put the offer out there. You know what I'm saying? Like you said, you got 3,500 views on a podcast, over 6,000 subscribers on YouTube. If 10% of those people decided that they wanted to join that's about, you know, 60 people. 60 people times $99 a month is, what, $6,000 a month? Now the podcast is making $72,000 at least a month one, just from 60 people. Even if 5% of that, you know, converted, that's $3,000. That's still $36,000 a month.
Yeah.
I mean, $3,600 a month.
Damn. That's different, man. Like that's kind of stuff that because so me and Ronnie, right? We started this basically for fun.
Yeah.
To just talk to other entrepreneurs. Wasn't expecting anything. Seeing that what we're doing now is making a hit, and now we're kind of figuring out. Okay, now I feel like this would be a good time to start bringing in money. Because
It's always a good time to bring in money.
it is, but a lot of the time, like this isn't our field. We have our own fields that we have our own businesses.
It is your field. You're just not looking at it like that.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. It's becoming now. Like that's why I wanted to get you on. We've been talking about getting him on for a while.
Right.
We had conversations, but a lot of this dude is like you're speaking like Japanese to me a lot of the time.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
now
yeah.
that when you break it down a little more, I'm like, okay.
You just got here a
This is
couple
not-
times.
Yeah, this isn't my field.
Yeah.
So when you talk about it, I'm like, what is he talking about? But the more you're breaking it down now,
Yeah.
I'm like, all right, I'm understanding more and more. It's just it's a hustle, a different hustle that we don't know. You know what I mean? It's
Yeah.
just another hustle that we would have to learn, figure out, and it's a lot of hustling because I mean, it seems like there's so many different avenues you can take.
Yeah, I mean, we just talked about like 2.
Yeah, well, name some more. Let's go. Let's keep going.
We just
man.
talked about 2. How many episodes y'all got?
We got how many? 25. This will be the 25th one.
So it's episode 25. So what episode? I mean, probably a lot of them, but what number episode stands out to you that just went crazy?
So we just did one with a girl that flew down from Maui for the disaster fires, and she talked a lot about that. That we had like 1,000 views in 24 hours.
All right, so that one went crazy. So you learned a lot on that. There was a lot of value on there, right?
Yeah.
All right, so check this out. So how long was that podcast? 30 minutes, an hour? How
An
long?
hour. We always,
All
a
right.
little over an hour.
Okay, cool. So let's say somewhere on that podcast, right? Let's say, I don't know, it could be minute 12 to minute 22. It was just a lot of value. Like she was giving, the story was crazy, it was impactful.
it
Like,
was.
you know, so let's say that 10-minute section of that, it was just a lot of value. You could take the source file of that podcast, like the audio file, the source file. You can upload that source file into an AI software. It will create a transcript, unless you use Descript, Descript already. It will create a transcript of the podcast. You take that transcript, obviously, you'll go through it and make sure, this is the information we want. Take that transcript, you upload it to a website called Fiverr, right? Find a formatter. The formatter will format that portion of the transcript and turn it into a book.
Damn.
Right? Now you got a digital product, right? Now, while he's formatting that into a book, right? You get a graphic designer on Fiverr, unless you're nice on Canva, but you can get a graphic designer on Fiverr to make you a book cover. So the book might take you, I don't know, a couple days or something for them to kind of clean it up. You get a copywriter, read it, you'll read it, make sure it's good. So while that's going on, you got the book cover from a graphic designer on Fiverr as well. Take that book cover, upload it to a website like Gumroad or Payhip, in any website that you can upload a digital asset to. So Gumroad's a good one. Now you can pre-sell the book cover while the book is being created. $27, $37, $47. You repurpose the information in that podcast, you're able to monetize it. If you want to take it a step further, you can co-author the ebook with the guest that was on the podcast, and y'all both could do a rev share. She can market it to her audience. You can market it on the podcast, and all you did was repurpose content that you shot episode 25.
That is crazy.
Yeah.
I never even heard of this.
And
stuff,
22
dude.
sales of a $47 product is $1,000. And guess what? You can be like, hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to House Over Bass. Before we get to the podcast, we got this amazing artist on here. We're going to be talking to him. But before we do that, make sure you click the link below. Go to houseoverbassbook.com. That's houseoverbassbook.com. Grab this amazing book that we talked about. We talked about the fires in Hawaii. It was crazy, but you don't want to miss it because the story went nuts. That's all you got to do, bro.
Dang, man.
And now every podcast you have moving forward is going to market that book that you just repurposed from an episode that you really enjoyed, right? Another thing, this is probably one of my favorite things. I haven't done it yet, but I'm planning on doing it. So I'm going to give y'all some spice, right? So let's say episode 50, or maybe it's episode 100. I don't know. Whatever episode you guys are going to be really excited about, right? 50 or 100. So at that point, you probably would have interviewed 50 people or 100 people. You could take a quote from every single person that you interviewed, a nugget, a quote or a nugget. You could turn that into a digital product, and you could say 100 things that we learned from 100 successful entrepreneurs. You could sell that as a digital asset.
What? Like, okay, let's break it down for me a little bit on this one. So what do you mean as a digital asset? Like, how would you sell that as a digital asset?
Do you know what a digital product is?
I mean, like almost like social media type stuff?
Nah,
or-
digital. How about you?
Kind of, sort of.
All
Like
right.
a digital product is something that. Go ahead. You can just
No,
explain.
go ahead.
What I would say a digital product is like this is a digital product.
Nah, that's a physical product.
Okay, it's
That's physical. It's in your hand.
Yeah, but it does have digital to it. But like something with,
I was thinking like social media type
So
stuff.
a
but
digital
I
product is gonna be anything that is digital. So like an ebook, an electronic book, audio file,
Okay. All right.
a video,
Yeah.
right? Workshop. Those are all digital assets. A recording is a digital asset. You can monetize that on a website where if I pay for this asset, I'm going to get access to that. I can read it. I can watch it. I can play it. That's a digital asset. The thing about digital asset is you make it one time, it'll sell forever. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to go repurpose and get inventory. So if you think about a book, you can buy the physical book, you can buy the audio book, there might be a video book,
CD,
there might be an
stuff like
ebook.
that.
Those are all derivatives of the same product. But the ebook and the audio book are digital assets, like an NFT. NFT is not real, but you can get the representation of the NFT. I mean, NFT is real, but it's not tangible unless you get the
Printed
actual
out or
physical
something,
printed
yeah.
asset of that. You know what I'm saying? So all I'm saying is, you can repurpose because the content that you make on a podcast, it's not over.
Right.
People just choose not to repurpose it.
Right, just like on YouTube, how they have the same, like people have the motivational speakers,
Yeah.
It just keeps going.
and they
over
just
and
keep
over.
going over and over to different people's.
Yeah, and that's another way people are making money on YouTube. They're just
Pages.
making. I could launch a site right now, right? I can collect old speeches. I can put some music on it, and I can grab some, some B-roll, and then make a new video, and I can make money on that. If my page gets traction, if those hit, all I did was take digital assets and then make a new asset.
So do you do a lot of that, or do you have somebody do that for you, or you do that yourself?
I mean, it's either or. I like to create, delegate, and don't participate personally.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But you could do it by yourself for sure. It doesn't take long to do it. You know
we
what I
seen
mean?
you making a reel earlier, so that's why we wondered
Yeah, you
if
did that.
you
You
were.
did it on the way over here.
Yeah, I did it on the
that's
way
not
over
our
here.
thing.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
So he how much creativity does a person with no media skills
Yeah.
have to have in order to get further.
I mean,
into,
bro, how'd y'all do this? I'm pretty
We-
sure you didn't
so
have no
we-
media skills when you did this, right?
no-
That's what I'm
no
saying.
media-
Figured it out.
But it's easy for us to talk. We do this at the bar.
No, but I mean, setting up all this stuff here, though.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah, no.
shoot, we got that. This is
We
our
hired-
production.
we hired
Yeah,
our production, Diamond
Diamond Studios
Shout out
is
to
our
Diamond
production.
Studios.
company.
So there you go. See, so you
We got a team
yeah,
Yeah.
but you created it, right?
in our
You
heads,
delegated it to someone that knows, that's a specialist,
right, and took
right?
over. Yeah,
And you're not participating in that portion of it,
Yeah.
right? You're participating in the creation. You're participating in the marketing. You're participating in the guests
Yeah.
that facilitation.
Yeah, that sounds like there's so many businesses within a podcast. Like there's businesses within businesses. There's so many different things to do.
but with him, you got to understand, like he's the podcast guru, so
Yeah.
it's a lot that he can cut out because he knows how to
Yeah.
do it. He can do it himself.
Well, that's the thing too. So let's just say, like, I own a diesel repair company, right? There's so many different avenues within it that I understand.
Yeah.
And it took me time, to
Yeah.
understand that. It's like you know all the different avenues, where to go, how to take it. I know none of this. This is like so brand new to me.
And like
Yeah.
he said, he knows media. Media is what brings out the the speaker.
Yeah.
And he knows media, so he's able to go and make reels. He's able to go and make media content, himself, without having to, go out and get somebody to help him do that.
Yeah, I mean, my whole thing is like, if you want to make money in this space or whatever space, we're talking about this space or this space, you're going to have to learn new skills.
Yeah.
You guys learn new skills, but don't cap your skills at what you've learned. So if you want to grow the show, then you need to focus on, okay, how do we monetize it, or which monetization strategy do we want to use? Which one do we want to employ first?
You should
Which
just
one
co-
do we want to employ
You should just
second?
come in house over Baz and help us
You know
out.
what I'm saying? Second thing, I got a mentorship, bro. You know that.
Yeah, might as well
Listen,
do
my
that.
birthday's Friday, so I got to sell.
How old you gonna be?
43.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Dude, you're right there with us. How does he know all this stuff then?
Because
Dude,
Like, this
that's
is his
crazy.
field.
it's
So-
2023, bro.
Right.
You want to get paid? You want to get paid fast or slow?
And
crazy.
5 years is a long time to be in the business.
Yeah.
You know, it's not just like, you know, us starting off at, you know, we 5 months in.
I thought this was a young man's game. But he's our age.
Well, this is the thing, bro. Like, you know, you're as young as you feel. You're like, if you learn what's going on, you're gonna be young, bro. You take care of yourself. You learn new things. You get excited about the things that you do. You enjoy what you got going on. You're gonna keep that energy. You know what I'm saying? Like, I got a lot of friends that make a lot of money a month because they learn new skills. You know, and a lot of the skills you're gonna learn. Like, okay, you're never going to be a millionaire working at a regular job. It's not gonna happen.
Never.
You know what I'm saying? Because it'll just never happen. You can't make enough money. You can't trade your time for money.
Yeah.
But nowadays, you can make $1 million in 12 months or 6 months or 7 months learning new skills,
Yeah.
right? In the maths, bro, it's like, you know, you got a $1,000 product, you sell it to 1,000 people, it's $1 million. You know what I'm saying?
Let
Go
me
ahead,
ask
go
you
ahead,
something.
go ahead.
Let's talk about your podcast real quick. I'm gonna get off the
Yeah.
topic a little bit. So you said you had 2 podcasts. What do you talk about? What do you guys talk about on your podcast? Like, you know, what are some of the things?
Yeah. So I got so the first podcast is just an entrepreneur and business podcast. It was a podcast that I created before I was really serious about podcasts. So it went through a little iterations like the name change and stuff like that. But I launched that podcast to build relationships because my whole thing about getting into this space, and at the time I didn't even recognize it was podcasting, was to get around people that were smarter than me, that made more money than me, so I could build new relationships and build a new network.
Build relationships in business.
Well, just in general, I didn't have any mentors. I didn't know anyone at the time. I didn't know anyone that made $1 million. I didn't know anyone that made 6 figures that it wasn't corporate. So I needed to be around different people because I wasn't getting a job.
You had to change your environment.
Yeah, like I was in real estate, and my first business prior to that was a clothing company, but I wasn't getting a job because it's like I didn't see myself working. So I'm like, I need to be around different people. I need to learn different things. So if you're a high level or high successful individual, you're not just gonna let a random person just come around. So I needed to build my value. So podcasting is perfect. It's literally a cheat code to networking and relationship building.
Networking sales. It's like
It's crazy.
I
It's
know.
crazy.
Right.
So, you know, that allowed me to level up my relationships. And
Being
that
a
allowed
public
me to-
figure is huge too. Being a public figure.
100%. So that was that was the first one. My second podcast, I literally use it. It's a virtual podcast. I use it for lead generation.
Okay.
So like I'll target like my ideal client to come on the show. They get a real podcast. You know, I highlight what they got going on so they can share their story, talk about their business and how to make an impact. But then we'll build a relationship. We'll have a conversation. And if they're a good fit for one of the products and services, then they normally convert to a sale. Or they'll refer me or whatever the case may be. So using a podcast for lead generation is powerful, right? And then I got a new podcast in the works right now. It's probably available like around November.
So you're doing 3.
This is going to be the third one.
Oh,
Yeah,
what's that one going to be about?
yeah, it's a secret.
It's a secret. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So this is your life. This is what you do. This is what's being lucrative.
I enjoy the space, but for me, it's just it allows me to create other opportunities. Because there's other things I want to do. Like there's other products I want to launch. I want to get into government contracting. You know what I'm saying? I want to travel more. And that's another great thing about a podcast. Like my podcast is mobile. I just take it on the go.
Right, and you do your podcast by yourself. You don't have a partner.
This one, yeah, I do this by myself.
All 3.
Yeah, well, the first 2, the third one is gonna be a little different.
Okay.
But
Okay.
yeah. Because podcast can be any way. You could do it on your phone and
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
else.
yeah, yeah,
You can
yeah,
have
yeah.
your phone, nothing else. You can have your tablet.
And he said he does it on the go, so that's huge.
MacBook.
We have to talk about doing it on the go more.
Like I got mobile equipment, you know what I'm saying? Like you could do it in a studio. You can have nothing and then just show up to a studio and have a show. Like there's just so many different variations of how you could, how you can own your content and produce your content. You could be somebody like, I want to buy all the equipment, I want to have my own studio, I want to be ready. Or, I don't want to do none of that. I don't even want to edit nothing. So I just want to pay a monthly subscription or pay every time I show up to the studio. And then I'm going to record. It's going to be chopped up. And when it's ready, it's going to be in my Google Drive or whatever. There's just a lot of different ways that you can do it.
Yeah.
It's not one way.
And the way you're doing it now, this is the most comfortable way you have seen it over the years, over the last 5 years.
Well, I like traveling. So, like, I got a mobile podcast.
Okay.
I got a light kit, tripods, cameras, camera bag, Bluetooth mics. So I'm good. So I can just take that, do what I need to do, keep it moving. But I do like studios, you know what I'm saying? So I'm planning on building out a studio as well. Mm-hmm. But there's no one way. That's why I don't want people to be discouraged. I don't got the lights, I don't got tripod, I don't got this, I got that. You just need Riverside or Red Circle or Zoom or StreamYard or OBS or Ecamm. All of those will help you do a show.
Media.
100%. That's it.
You need media.
Damn. So, yeah, it's just crazy, man. Like, the stuff that you're explaining, I had no idea about it. I took your workshop classes, and a lot of times I understand it to an extent.
Yeah. You got to come back, bro.
Yeah.
I improved it. There's a lot of game up in there.
And that's the thing, too. So, like, I'm a business owner. I've been a business owner for, like, a long time. I do all this stuff, but it doesn't even matter. Like, when you go in a different field, never be too proud to learn it. Because I went in there, I was like, I know I'm a guppy in the pond over here. I'm cool with that. Yeah. Because, I mean, you can't think, I know everything.
Right,
I'm going to jump in this. And I feel like people need to know that as entrepreneurs. Just like, don't think you can just jump in it and just take over, because it's not going to happen. You got to learn. You got to experience everything, and you got to learn from it. And that's why I remember I was telling you about him. I was like, you got to talk to this guy, man.
Right. We
need to have a conversation. I've been wanting to get you down here because
I've been wanting to come down. It's just been like I've been traveling. Y'all been doing y'all thing. So it's like
Yeah, he's always all over the place.
I was just happy he was able to make it happen.
I know.
You like cancellation? I'm pulling up.
Yeah, as I got cancellation, can you roll through? You're like, dude, I'll come. I'm like, let's do it, man.
Yeah.
Let's get some of your information to them, so they can post how to get a hold to you.
Yeah.
And how to purchase some of your product before we go any further. If you want to do any, give them some information.
Yeah, I'll give y'all some games. So I got a free podcast program, absolutely 100% free. 100K, 100K podcastprogram.com. That's 100K podcastprogram.com. Completely free. Get up in there, go crazy, you know what I'm saying, go through the content. I would take advantage of that. Also do a podcast workshop every single week, podcast2profits.live. It will teach you 4 strategies to monetize your podcast immediately, and that's completely for free as well. And if you want to check me on Instagram, it's @It's Brendan Boyd, so it's ITS Brendan Boyd on Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, all of that.
So what got you in this space? Now we want to know a little bit more just about you personally. So you said you did real estate. I caught that. So before you were in this industry, like where were you doing before?
I was a realtor, bro. I was just doing real estate, and I had when you're in real estate, there's just certain transactions, you know what I'm saying, and it wasn't a bad one, but it just opened my eyes. So, I was doing a transaction. No, actually, I went to get some merch done in Orange County. And the owner of the merch spot, him and I was just having a conversation. I might have had one of my real estate branded like polos on or something. He was like, "Oh, you do real estate?" I was like, "Yeah." He was like, "Oh, I'm actually looking for a house right now." And I happen to have my laptop with me. He was like, "I'm looking for a house in Salton Sea." And so, I pull up the MLS. It's just never happens like this. I pull up the MLS. I showed him one house. He was like, "This is the one I want." Bro, it never happened like that.
I don't know nobody buying a house in Salton Sea. That's far, too.
Hell
From
yeah.
Orange County, that's a big jump.
Bro, and I'm in L.A. So boom, he wanted to buy, it was like a secondary house, vacation house. His mom wanted that area or something. So anyway, we put the offer in. Long story short, it gets accepted, but the terms didn't get accepted. We went back and forth. The deal doesn't go through. It was like 2 months of work. 3 months later, a house still on the market. He hits me up, and I had already traveled there once, and that's 5 hours, 2.5 hours there, 2.5 hours back. Yeah. Right? So the deal didn't go through because of the seller's agent. You know what I'm saying? Whatever. So 3 months later, mind you, it's already been 2 months. 3 months later, my client hits me. He's like, "Yo, you know what I was thinking? I really want that, man. Like, because he didn't want to pay more for it. They didn't want to come down on the price. So I re-engage in the conversation. We get the house back on. The deal goes through. That's a 5-month transaction. It took 10 hours on my life to do the deal, driving there twice, right? And it's in the Salton Sea, so it ain't big bank. You know what I'm saying? So I think I made $6K on that. But it wasn't the $6K that I made. It was the getting in the car, driving there, and driving back.
Yeah.
And then I had an epiphany, like, bro, I can't be like 70 selling real estate, bro. Like, I ain't see myself physically showing houses. Like, you know what I mean? So that's when I was like, nah, I can't do this. So I immediately just went online and was like, you know what? I need to learn some things. I need to get some coaching, some mentorship. I need to figure out how to make money faster. And that's when I just started to invest in like digital marketing, learning digital products, programs, courses, coaching and all that stuff. And I just started like investing, reading, taking these courses, like changing what I was tuned into. Because what you tune into, that's what you become,
It sounds like you were excited about mentorship and what you do. Like it sounds.
Yeah,
like
I'm definitely a proponent of it. I don't think there's ever gonna be a situation when I'm not investing in getting smarter or learning.
Well, you sound very knowledgeable.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the thing is we can smell bullshit a mile away. Me and this dude.
Right.
And there is no bullshit coming from the shit that you're talking.
Yo, check this out, right? So, and the reason, okay, you saying that, this is my personal belief. So if you got a business out there, even y'all, right? So the first thing you did was make a derivative. You created a media department. Mm-hmm. So we talking about how to monetize that. But you created a media department. This media department could open up more opportunities for your business. And it gives you free marketing for your business, right? Mm-hmm. The other department that I believe, just based off of me being in these spaces that every business needs, you need a government contracting department. Every business needs that. The government is the biggest consumer in the entire country.
Government contract for content?
Government contract for anything.
See, I have government contracts already with my own business.
Okay, and how much is these contracts?
Well, no, it's like I'm set up with them and I can do work for them.
All right, but are you utilizing it yet?
I utilize them, yeah.
How big?
I have the fire department. I have all that.
How big are the contracts?
I mean, like revenue wise.
Yeah.
Oh no, it just varies, man. Like, so let's say I have the city of Riverside. I got Department of Agriculture.
What products are you selling?
Oh no products. We're just giving them service and repairs.
Okay, cool.
Okay.
All right. Now, get a product now. The government needs HDMI cables. The government needs toilet paper. The government needs pens. The government needs staples. Right? The government needs edits, right? The government needs somebody to run some of these military social media accounts. Basically what I'm saying is the government has contracts for anything under the sun, and they're giving the contracts to people that are government contractors.
I'm already a government contract of a lot of things.
So all you need to do is now offer a product. And go on the site. I forget what the site is at the moment, but go on the website, see what they're offering contracts for, right? And then submit for that product and get that contract. Now your business is making an extra $100K or $200K or $50K or whatever. Every business needs this. Tesla's a government contract, bro. Yeah. So is SpaceX. So is Amazon. They're government contracts. They got government contracts.
I did low key.
So you know what I'm doing in 2024? I'm not going into 2024 without a government contract.
What are you trying to do for government contract?
I'm gonna see what's
Whatever
available.
they need.
Whatever they need, bro.
That's crazy. So
it's whatever the fire points need. Whatever if they need paper,
I'm the paper source.
if they need pens,
I'm the
if
pen
they,
source.
Yes, if they need.
I heard somebody
water.
When he said toilet paper, I heard somebody that was actually doing that for a government contract selling toilet paper, and they were multimillionaires from that.
Well,
from that.
Listen, this is the thing too. If you have a partner, spouse, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever your situationship is, let's say one of them's at the crib. Maybe you're the breadwinner or vice versa. The other person might be doing, they holding the house down, taking care of the kids. They need a government contract.
Get them on it.
Search for one. Look for one. Go get one.
Yo, listen. Media department and government contract, in my opinion, every business needs both of those departments in your business. It'll change your shit. You know what I mean? This is the thing, too. And this is why I feel like America crazy, right? So in LA, I mean, well, in any country, the homeless population, crazy.
Yeah.
Crazy,
I know,
right?
man.
But guess what? They could register to be government contractors.
Damn.
All they need to do is access to the information,
Yeah.
right? Nothing stopping a homeless person from being a government contractor. All they need to do is register and then supply the product. But the government's not PAing. They're not sending out, hey, listen, citizens of America, listen, all y'all can go, you know,
we need your help.
We need your help. We need more products.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? We need more vendors.
Right.
They ain't telling you that.
No.
Nah, they don't say none of that.
None of that, bro.
We do have a question that came from live. If can I read it to you?
Shout out to the live.
His I don't know. It's Cario Shimmy Quake is asking, once you become an affiliate, how long before you start seeing the profits come in?
I mean, that's a really great question. I would say probably 30 to 60. Well, okay. Excuse me. Most affiliates going to have a 30-day payout, right? That's standard. But you have to look at what product am I choosing? Is it a desirable one? Is it something that I know my audience needs, or is it something that a regular person is going to need in just regular life? Mm-hmm. If you find a product that you feel like more people are going to want to purchase, they'll purchase it faster. If you have an audience, they're going to purchase it faster. If you create assets to market the product, it's going to be sold faster. So another thing you could think about is you can start compounding these products. You don't just need why have one?
Right.
If you got a 30-minute podcast, that could be 2 affiliates.
Right.
If you got a 60-minute podcast, that could be 3. You can get an affiliate that just has a regular payout when people just buy every now and again. You can get an affiliate that's a software that has a recurring payout. You know what I'm saying? Like a CRM, right? A customer relationship management software. Like a customer is going to pay that every single month. They're going to have to organize their data, send out emails, text messages, do invoices, whatever. But that CRM might have a monthly payout.
Right. Even if you're not purchasing anything, if someone is not purchasing anything, you're still advertising these, like you said earlier, these commercials. You should have a contract with whoever you're advertising, affiliate for these commercials, correct? Or
now you want to have a contract because so if I'm a product or service, if I'm a company that has a product that is available for affiliates,
mm-hmm.
there's no contract because I'm not paying you if you don't perform.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
So you have to perform. You have to sell something.
100%. Now there may be incentives,
right?
Like if you sell X amount this month, this quarter, this week, today, you might get a bonus, something. You know what I mean? Those exist for
So
sure.
how do you get paid off the advertisements that come under, that interrupts your YouTube?
That's different. So there's 2 layers to that. YouTube AdSense, when your page is monetized, they'll just interrupt your joint for
whenever they get ready.
Yeah. And then you can go directly to different businesses and sell off different portions of your show,
mm-hmm.
For ad revenue.
Interesting.
So like is there like a bank or a credit union around or a coffee shop in this area?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Go get that bag. What's the name of the coffee spot? We don't got to name them, but because they ain't paying you right now. But
right,
you know what I'm saying? You could be like
Juju Services.
Hey, listen, it's the same thing. So you can be like, you can have the coffee here,
mm-hmm.
right? So, you got a cup, I got a cup. It got the brand on there. Hey, episode 28, House of a Bass podcast. The best coffee in the world, XYZ Coffee. We about to have a sip. Hey, Brendan, have a sip, man.
Right.
You know what I mean? What do you think? I need an espresso. They got the best espresso. Listen, if you have in an area, make sure you stop by, grab a coffee. Let's get down to the episode. You can look locally in your neighborhood, in your city, in your town. Where's the space that you frequent? Right? Go talk to the management. Go talk to the owner. Put a deal together.
So literally, it's just like what I do already, Ronnie, with my business.
Sales, yeah.
We're just gonna go because I do that with my customers.
Yeah.
I got a lot of customers. Coca-Cola.
Yeah. So
I got
and how
all of
much?
them,
How
dude.
much?
So that's for my business, my
So think about it.
shop.
What if you
Yeah.
package this in some of those offers? So I had a client of mine. I think his biggest offer at the time was like $5K or $7,500, right? He's selling digital services.
That's
like
monthly or what is
building.
that?
No, like a one-off. Like
Okay.
like if you solicited him $5K, maybe you did $7,500. Like that was the price points. And he's building websites and funnels, right, for companies that want to sell online products. So I met with him like a week ago. No, about a month ago. Actually, when I was in Atlanta. And we sat down. I'm like, bro, what's going on? And he got a podcast. He's like episode, I don't know, 30 or something. And I'm like, why don't you just package the podcast episode in the offer and then just charge him $12,500? So the same product that he was charging $5K at $75K, he started offering it for $12,500 because it came with a podcast episode. He knew that clientele, well, I knew that clientele would want to get exposure as well as get access to that product. So he just 2x'd the revenue on one client by just packaging
Did
the
you
podcast.
help him out with it though, and you get a little percentage from that?
Well, I mean, he's doing stuff for me on the back end.
That's what I'm saying. Like the thing is, me, I'm a dude. I've been in business a long time, and a lot of that stuff, I feel like some expertise would go to the person that knows.
Well, that's
that.
why
You know what I mean?
why you would get coaching, mentorship, or something.
Well,
you know
we've
what
been
I'm
saying like if you could close deals, you
Yeah,
close deals.
but I ain't closing deals, bro.
Nah, it's
Like,
not your
it's
thing.
not. It's not me. I'm not a salesperson.
Okay.
I would hire like even for my products, I got a closing
Okay.
team.
Well, I actually can close the deals.
You know what I'm saying?
He knows that. That's
Yeah.
what I do.
Yeah.
So I'll go in and close the deals with my customers or customers, new customers, whatever. I can do that.
Yeah.
It's just I gotta know what I'm doing.
100%.
You
But
know what I mean?
exactly,
Yeah.
like me, I paid over $250,000 for my education. And I'm still paying for it. You know, like I've multiple coaches in the past couple of years, so I can get access to information. Like I'm gonna keep doing that, like because you gotta be in rooms with people that are thinking differently.
And see, that's the thing is his when he speaks, dude. You know how I am. Dude, like I can say, I can smell bullshit a mile away. You're very educational.
Yeah.
When you explain something, I feel like there's no sales in it. It's straight education,
Bro.
And that's the best thing I feel like that needs to come out of people.
No,
When
100%.
they're explaining what they do or what they're gonna do for you. You know what I mean?
So like, how old are you, bro? 19. He's 19. He could be a millionaire next year if he wants to, if he just learns the right information. And he's young enough that he can change his life. I mean, we could all change our lives, but I'm just saying he's 19. Because the information that's available now, this information has always been available, but the technology allows it to be at your fingertips fast. Plus, with technology and software that wasn't available back then, you're just able to like leapfrog stuff. You know what I'm saying? And the great thing about now, he could learn something, become successful, and then package that what he did into a product and then resell that.
Damn, that's crazy, actually.
Right? And he can mentor on it, he can consult on it, he can speak on it, he could do a retreat on it. All derivatives from the same product.
Right.
We just got to decide that we want to do something different. So when I
But
learned,
you still also got to be good at podcasting, right? What would you consider podcasting?
I'm just talking. Well, podcasting is different. I'm just talking about anything that you want.
Right. Okay. Yeah. That's being an entrepreneur,
Yeah.
lucrative, as you were saying, with your business and things like that.
So like, look at podcasting like a tool. Don't look at I gotta monetize the actual podcast. Look at the podcast as the vehicle. This vehicle allows us to do boom, 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 and boom. This vehicle allows us to get 6, 7, 8 figure earners. This vehicle allowed us to get that client to fly in. We got people flying in to come on the show. That's valuable. It's worth something. You know what I'm saying? So
You
it
don't
can.
even know why.
You're streaming live right
Right,
now.
right,
You know,
right.
I don't even stream live on my podcast. You know how many podcasts don't stream live? A lot.
a lot.
You know what I'm saying? But so is this value here that just needs to be unlocked? That's all, bro.
Yeah. No script.
Yeah.
No script. We
No
ain't script at all, man.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
do everything raw.
Yeah.
And we have like 6 girls in here, and we
Yeah.
go raw. With
And
them.
there's there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing.
And they're blowing up. We get views and views.
Yeah,
and
yeah,
views
yeah.
And comments, and it doesn't stop. We know we have something.
Yeah.
We just don't really know what we got.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
That's
We
how,
just know
that's
that
how it be.
we doing it 4 months. And we got 6,000 subscribers.
Yeah.
and we have like 30,000 views at a time. It's just crazy.
Well, the first thing you could do, right, is start grabbing the data for your subscribers. So you should probably start in the podcast by giving them something. Like you should have a House Over Bass newsletter, or you need to have something, or give them something of value. Newsletters is cool if
And
you're
what
gonna.
would you do the newsletter on? Just
What's the House Over Bass community about? Like, I mean, not community, but what's the? I know you told me before, but how would you explain House Over Bass?
so it's basically how is a wolf howling and the Baz is a sheep bang. So it's leaders over followers. Basically.
Okay, leads over followers. So if you had a newsletter that went out 1 or 2 times a week, right, and you broke down the importance of leadership, you broke down the importance of accountability, you broke down the importance of being masculine, or you broke down the importance of principles, having values, like being a man or a woman, or being somebody that was stand up. And you did stories, anecdotes, quotes, or whatever, what I'm saying? And just build, because you need to get the data. If you have data, now you can market to your community. You can poll your community. You can have your community do questionnaires and figure out what they want. You know what I'm saying? Or if that's the message, what products and services will correlate along with that message, will complement that message. You know what I'm saying? And then that's what you offer them.
But what would you put that newsletter on? Like YouTube and all that kind of stuff too? Or?
Where would you put it on, or how would they get access to it?
Well, yeah, how would they get access to
Email.
it? Okay, so it's all through email.
Yeah.
So we got to get their email.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You gotta say, hey, listen, if you guys want to get access to the House Over Bass newsletter, we put out two emails every single week. We're just talking about the importance of like independence, education, being a man, being a strong woman, family values, core values, and how you need to tackle the world every single day. Click the link below, or go to houseoverbassnewsletter.com or something.
That sounds cool. We got to get on that.
You got to grow that, bro. Because
y'all talking about websites?
No, we're talking about the email list.
I stepped out.
So we'd have to get an email list going.
You gotta get data. I mean, I would get.
So
email
what do you
and
think
text.
about websites? Like something to where people can get in contact us to reach us through email, or
You don't need a website for that.
No.
I mean, no one's going to your website. Your website's corporate.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to position your website to show to some corporate entities that you like your
because
work.
what if somebody wanted to invest? How would they get in
yeah.
contact with us?
Well, I
if they
mean,
wanted-
your website would be more okay. So your website is like a hub. You know what I'm saying? House Over Bass, this is what we do. Podcast, these are the people involved. You know what I'm saying? These are some of our sponsors. This is our mission statement. This is our vision. Here's some pictures of us on the podcast. But your fans ain't going to that shit.
No.
No.
Yeah, they don't give a fuck about that.
No.
That's for corporations, entities, you know what I'm saying? You trying to do business on this side. Your fans are going to go to your community, to your newsletter, to your Instagram, to your YouTube. Like, that's where they're going. If you do a meetup, your fans are coming to that. You know what I'm saying? If you do a live podcast, they're coming to that. They ain't going to the website. So website's important on the corporate side, you know what I'm saying? Or it's even important, like, if you guys... another thing that y'all can do, a lot of podcasts. You're a media business, so you can get business credit. You can fund whatever you want to do. The podcast is a business.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and actually, we've been talking about that because Fontana, believe it or not, dude, Fontana has given the biggest grants out of the whole United States for Fontana for businesses.
Yeah, so go get a bag.
Yeah, and I'm with I'm already signed up with the Fontana Chamber of Commerce. I met the mayor and everything. We're trying to get the mayor in here right now.
Yes, yeah.
So there's a girl that's right under her that is in charge of giving the funds out.
Yeah.
And we've already talked to her, but this is just about my business.
Have her on the show.
That's what we're trying to do right now.
Have her on the show.
Yeah.
Don't try to do shit. Get her on the show.
Yeah,
Right.
that's what we're working on, man. That's what we're working. I've been emailing her, talking to her, trying to get her on.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, podcasters don't know that.
Yeah.
It's a business.
Yeah.
You
No,
know what
I
I'm
know
saying?
that part.
Yeah. So you can get access to business capital. You can get
Yeah.
access to 20, 30, 50, 100K. Grant money,
Yeah.
credit cards, you know what I'm saying, loans. You can grow your show.
Right.
Take your joint on the road.
Yeah, that part I know. I know people need to know that, but that part we know. I'm
Yeah.
trying to do it on a different level with the. So I want to do it with the grants. I'm already putting my business money into this.
Yeah.
And then I wanted to start making its own money on its own.
Yeah. I mean,
You know what
get the business credit too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It always works, man.
Yeah. Even if you don't use it, you got it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, exactly.
You're good.
He's right on that too. Even if you use it, we have it. You know. So I mean, yeah, man.
Let's go back to getting people like, and I'm going back to the
It's all good.
beginning. How do you think like what's the best way to get yourself recognized and signed? Like, cause these other people with already big names, they are signed already. You know, we mentioned a few names
Oh, yeah.
earlier.
That's a good question.
So how does somebody put
gotta
themselves
grow-
in a position to be signed?
You gotta grow your exposure, and you gotta have a real strategy. So like, no one's gonna sign you if you don't got no numbers. So then you gotta make that paramount. You gotta we gotta grow our show. We gotta have significant downloads, and we gotta be a podcast that people want to come on.
Yeah.
So then you gotta make that a
So
priority.
it's gonna take time too. Exactly, like they,
Yeah.
you know,
Or you're gonna spend
nothing's,
money
overnight.
Spend money.
Yes,
Yeah. If you
yeah.
go get Andrew Tate on this motherfucker, people gonna watch.
Yeah.
So then you start leveraging like, okay, cool. We'll pay $10K, $20K, $30K for fire guests to come on, because that fire guest is gonna bring views. Those views are gonna turn into subs.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
But you were talking about you can get paid for guests to come on. Guests can pay you.
Yeah. Which is a different
So we were
thing.
talking about that before.
Yeah.
So how
That's
does
part-
that work out?
That's guesting. Again, what you got value. So someone like myself, I might pay to come on the podcast that is going to give me exposure to more people, because I'm going to capture data on the back end. You know what I'm saying? I'm going to give some value, give something away for free, get that data, remarket them. I own their data now. It's in my CRM. I can remarket to them every week if I want. You know what I'm saying? So entrepreneurs that are moving this way, that have a product or service that has some value, they're gonna go on these shows for more exposure. That's why back in the day, artists, when an album come out, they go on the news.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Radio shows, news,
Yeah,
right.
everything they can go on.
Yeah, the only difference is back then they wasn't grabbing data, but that exposure was translating into record sales.
And you know what's crazy? I was just thinking about that. Like, imagine all the data, or the content they could have gathered and created money off that
Yeah, if
content.
they-
They didn't do any, but it didn't exist
Well,
back
yeah,
then.
there was no emails back then.
And they're barely starting to do that kind of stuff now. Even
was
with
mail.
old data.
It was mail, bro.
Yeah,
So
that's
be like, yo,
crazy.
can you leave your name and number? And they would send out mail.
Yeah.
Mail was the email.
Right.
It's crazy. Like, things have changed, man, for real.
Right. So, while you're traveling on the road, what are some of the top people? Top podcast? Have you been on any top podcasts out there?
I've been on a
or
couple.
interviewed
So
any.
yeah. So I got some good podcasts on the horizon that I'm about to jump on. As far as interviews, I interviewed some rich motherfuckers. I interviewed a 9-figure earner. They're in like the stem cell category. I interviewed Peter Kell. Have you guys ever heard of Mind Valley? So Mind Valley is like an educational platform.
Okay.
Peter Kell was one of their marketers. He generated $40 million for them twice in 12 months.
Damn.
So I got a chance to like go to his crib and interview him. I interviewed this dude named Jason Fladlin. He made over $500 million using webinars. Oddly enough, through affiliate marketing, by like marketing other products.
Damn.
You know what I'm saying?
So that's how you made it, the affiliate marketing?
That's how. No, that's how he's made He's made over $500 million using affiliate marketing through webinars, though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. You know what a webinar is?
Yeah, so basically it's kind of like a stage, but on the internet.
Yeah, it's a digital presentation.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like when you came to my website.
Yeah.
Me and my workshop. But the products weren't his. He's just marketing other people's products.
That's even crazier if you
Yeah,
think
yeah.
about it, man.
Yeah.
It's like, what you need?
It's not even my shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You know what I
man.
mean? That's what I'm saying. You don't need a product, bro. You just
all
need
that stuff seems so like to me though. Like I get it. I understand what you're saying, but it's like, dang, that's like a whole nother field I've never even touched.
Yeah.
You know what
I
mean?
interviewed a 8-figure earning government contracting last month. That's why that's why this shit just, I was like, oh yeah. That's why podcasting crazy. You can literally just, so like
I want to talk to you for no reason.
you can literally get free coaching for an hour and ask somebody whatever they want. They're gonna give you the answers, bro.
Definitely.
And you can just run the play.
Yeah, and that's for me. That's what's great about what he said earlier. You know what I mean? And going into these these different locations and arenas, like making yourself known.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That needs to start happening.
Yeah,
ASAP.
yeah. Like we get in, and then you have this content, you know, and then you become somebody, you know, and you just, you know, continue to run
That's
with
what's
it.
crazy because, like, I mean, like,
Because you never know who you interview
Yeah.
after they let you in.
and we ran into some weird shit
Or the
already.
relationship that you
Or
build.
the relationship that you build once they let you in.
And you know the kind of shit we get into, like that'll be a rap, dude.
Yeah.
Like we already get in places not even allowed to be in.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like this will be a rap.
You
dude,
talking
doing
about
some
our
shit like
mouthpiece
this.
gonna do this
Yes.
work. You know what I mean? We'll definitely be.
Like, dude, we end up chilling. I end up chilling with bands and people, like big people, and we're just drinking with them, hanging out with them. But I could have been making money doing that shit.
100%, bro.
like, damn.
100%.
Much love. That's
crazy.
good. That's
I know.
good spill.
Yeah, we appreciate you,
Yeah.
man, coming on, dude.
Nah, this is dope, bro.
But, yeah, you spilled a lot of knowledge. Oh yeah, it's already. Man, how's it been an hour already?
I don't know.
We've been
Time,
quick,
time be
man.
flying, bro. I spend more time driving down here.
Do we appreciate you coming on though? You really like spilled a lot of knowledge. I feel like we need to keep in contact on stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do your workshops, dude. I did his workshops.
Yeah, y'all should just
Jump
join the
on his
mentor.
workshop.
Yo, honestly, y'all should either just join the mentorship or the community, bro. You can go fast or slow. It don't matter.
Yeah.
But I would stay in proximity, like stay like, I say, you know, stay close to the fire, stay warm.
Yeah.
Cause this information is like, yeah, this makes sense. But the further you get away from it, then you're gonna forget about it and not make no action.
That's true because
Yeah.
he kind of spit this at me before, and I understood it a little bit. The more I'm talking to him, the more it's really like staying in my head a lot
Yeah.
more. I feel like this is stuff you guys need to check out because this is a whole new field.
Right.
I mean, maybe for some people, they can understand it a little better.
Right.
But for me, like this is new for me. We have fields that we were stuck in.
I'm sure a lot of people that is starting their podcast off now and just going into the field as, you know, we're just going to get some cameras and upload and go from there. But he just broke it down.
And there's nothing wrong with that.
Right.
Like,
Right.
I started like that.
Right.
But I was like, I need to meet people.
Right. Right.
And I was like, okay, well, I'm in it. What else can I do? And I just was like, let me learn more stuff. That's what happened. It's not like I was like, okay.
Well, you're educated.
Yeah, let me get in here and make some bread.
You're 100% educated in this field.
Yeah.
Like, I could tell 100%.
Yeah.
Dude. And like I could tell this dude's real. Pay attention to him. Go on his workshops. Do all his things.
Yeah, y'all should come to the workshop for sure. I'm going crazy. It's live. You know what I'm saying? It's live. I'm giving y'all. I update it weekly. So like, if I can add new stuff in there, if I'm learning new stuff, if I can tighten something up, if I could give something a different way, you know, I'm gonna do it.
Man, we appreciate that.
So
man.
do you do separate mentorships with different podcast owners or business owners?
Now, so I got a Podcaster Profits Academy. So in that academy, I'm teaching you how to monetize, how to grow, position, scale, take advantage of different monetization strategies, how to leverage the show, you know, stuff like that.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
You got to check him out. Brandon Boyd. We appreciate you coming on, man. This is Howls Over Bass.
Howls Over Bass. Thank you for coming.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Shed the sheet.
We got to get him out again. Thank you all. Shout out to Diamond Studios.
Yeah, we appreciate you bringing Mike Barron on too.
Oh, yeah,
time.
was that good?
Oh, yeah, it was fire.
That's 3,500 views on that.
Oh, that's
episode.
dope. Yeah.
We did two of them with him.
Yeah, we did another one in San Diego. With
Oh, I
him,
saw
too.
that one. I saw that one online. Yeah, that's
the
dope.
first one is the biggest episode we have.
Oh, yeah, that's
It's
lit.
3,500 views on that one episode.
Yeah, that's dope.
yeah.
Have him repost it on his platform if he hasn't already, and then make sure y'all chop that up into.
He's been chopping ours up into clips, and he's been
Yo,
it's
do
been-
y'all have the clips though?
We have clips too.
Okay, yeah. You need those.
Yeah,
100%.
I know, man. We got to get a clip guy.
Yeah.
we
You
gotta
need
get
you need what I call a 4P plan. The post podcast promo plan. What are the 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 things you do every time my episodes get published? Because you can't just post and hope. That's what most people do. I'm just post it and then that's it.
Right.
You gotta have a plan. Like, oh, we're gonna email blast it, text message blast it. We got 4 clips. We're gonna run those before the show, 2 after the show. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna go live with the guest. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna grab, you know, email data over here. You know what I mean? Just, you know, we're gonna post on Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, X. You know, it used to be Twitter. Shit sound weird.
You got to have
X.
a program for
Yeah,
sure.
you gotta have. That's why you gotta have your 4P plan.
Yeah. we're to start getting on it this week now, man. He just messed up my head. Now.
Yeah, he's taking the podcast to another level, so y'all should pay attention.
Yeah, pay
y'all
attention.
see us rolling. You know, it's other people out there that need this advice too.
Yeah.
That can keep rolling also, because you know it's over 1 million podcasts out there, and some don't even make it to, you know.
Yeah, they say 500,000 only had one.
Right.
Yeah, bro, it's in half.
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, get 10 sales is $1,000 a month
Right.
on a community, and you already like in the highest percentile.
Right.
And, you know what I mean?
We got
Right.
24 now. Or 24? 25? Dang. And when we don't stop, man, we got one on Sunday. We have another one now we got to put in. We have another one on Tuesday.
Yeah, I got the one that
We're booked,
hopefully he texted me back and confirmed it. I got that one I'm gonna send y'all for next week.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going to knock it out, man.
Yeah.
Sure.
How was your experience? How did you like this podcast?
That was dope, man. I think y'all are dope. Y'all have two different contrast personalities. You know what I'm saying? I think the questions are relevant. They're in real time. I really love the live element. I love the fact that you got iPhones in here, so you're also showing people on another level. And again, we went back earlier. You don't need. You could do it anyway. I don't see one camera in this month. I see I see iPhones and iPads and a laptop. So again, you're showing people that you can do it a different way. And I love the fact that you're streaming on multiple platforms in real time. You know what I'm saying? I think that's dope too.
Appreciate
and
it.
it look real good in here. You got the sound, you got the soundproofing and everything.
Appreciate
that,
that,
man.
Yeah. We're working, man. You know, we're not
Now
gonna
you
stop.
growing, bro.
So
You're
we're
growing in
doing
real
it,
time.
man.
Yeah,
We're doing
you
it.
doing it. Most people would be like, nah, I need this, I can't stop. I gotta get more stuff. All right, I'm ready. Like, nah, you just do it and just improve it.
Yeah, man. Appreciate that, man.
Thank you
Appreciate
again for
that,
coming,
yeah.
man.
Yeah,
Yes, sir.
man,
We got to get you out here again, man, so you
definitely
can
do,
spit some
man.
more fire
No,
to
we
us.
gotta do it on the weekend though. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying?
Yeah.
a little faster.
right,
You know what I
right.
mean?
Yeah, for sure, man. But House Over Baz.
House of a Baz. I'm Ronnie
I'm
Adams.
Jacob Casas, and we're out.
We're
Shut the
out.
sheep.
Peace.